The context killers. Never thought in my life I would agree with the Democrat or even vote for a Democrat potentially. But here we are. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. The context questioning of Donald Trump. Maybe not as much lying, though we don't know. Maybe he's lying. He doesn't know everything. But the lack of lying or stretching the truth like Donald Trump, the lack of divisiveness, still the same gaslighting, though, from the media, still the same conspiracy talk from the media, though, and I'm sure they'll have campaigns to destroy his character over time here as he grows in strength and popularity. But the big thing that Donald Trump did was he broke the brains of people. He exposed the media for what they are, which is a shill for the state. They are a megaphone or propaganda arm of the state and the intelligence agencies, CIA, FBI, etc. Donald Trump exposed that. He exposed that, the populist movement in him. But what RFK is truly giving us, though, is an eye into the world that truly is, with a tone that is approachable by everyone. And, from the oldest among us to the youngest, to across races, genders, doesn't matter. And this is really the beauty of RFK. And I don't know who I'm going to vote for. I don't know what's going to happen yet. I think we still have, a year and a half or whatever it is until the election. I think there's going to be a lot of fireworks between now and then, and the primaries have to play out. As we know, the primaries are played out. This is where the state, the deep state, makes their move. And this is how they get the candidates they want, Bush Gore, Bush Kerry, McCain, Obama, Romney, and it's just this same cycle. And the reason Trump won, because they didn't think Trump was going to win, so they didn't have to do anything to manipulate the primaries, manipulate the election, really, because they thought Hillary would get in. They thought some, Rhino, some whoever it was, the 15 candidates that were in the 2016 field, and the Republicans, they have most of them, or all of them, bought off anyway. Trump was the one where they didn't have him bought off. He's a man of his own money. And again, I can hear people now like, he didn't make his own money. His dad gave him money. His dad gave him like $1 million or whatever, $2 million. Just say it was $2 million. The guy's worth like $2 billion. You go use $2 million and make $2 billion. I would love to see people try to do that. That's just comedy to me when people say that. So he goes and he has money. He doesn't need the money. He doesn't need the clout. He has it all. So again, this is where Trump and RFK are similar. That ticket would be unbelievable if they were together. Nolan Bauer, they predicted that about 9 months ago, right as RFK was getting in, which he predicted RFK getting in. And RFK is on a mission, a man on a mission, right? These men don't need anything. They don't need clout. They don't need money. They don't need any of that. They're here to protect American liberty. And they have their different ways of doing it. And people are going to argue semantics. They have their different ways of doing it, boys and girls. But they are here because of a higher calling, a higher being. They don't need the money. They don't need the clout. They don't need the awareness. It's not what they need. They're at later stages of their life. They want legacy. They want to be remembered, for something truly amazing, of restoring the greatest country on earth. And that's what they're here for. Now, the big difference, though, as well, is that RFK gets Bitcoin, seemingly. He gets the broken money for sure. And he gets the state, again, killed his uncle, his father, and many of the cover-ups that were associated with them, and people getting shot and killed to cover up what had happened. And these things are now coming out. This is where people I laugh now. Media is disintermediated. And now social media is giving us the view into everything that's going on in the world. So people, the old world, the legacy world, thinks they can get away with things and they gaslight you and cover it up. It's like, guys, we know the truth. We saw you. People had camera phones. We saw you. Well, we saw what happened. This is a big disintermediation coming that they don't understand. The legacy journalists, the legacy media, the legacy politicians, they have no idea what's coming. Zero clue, even though it's hitting them in the face daily. And that's why they just can't get it. They don't understand. That's why they're lashing out. All the polarization, division, hate you see in the world really is driven by the top. It's driven by the people at the top. The plebs, the 99%, don't want division and hate. They want to love each other. They don't care. They want to be left alone. They just want to live their life and do what they want. They don't want hate and division. You see the people at the top stoking this fear, because fear is how you get things passed. Fear is how you get the people to act and do things. There's a good book I just started reading about totalitarianism by Matthias Desmond, who was talked a lot about, got viral during the lockdowns and mass formation psychosis. And it's a newer book in the last couple of years, but check it out, because it talks about the mind. The mind is everything. Psychology is everything. Psychology is money. Psychology is politics. Psychology is relationships. Psychology is sports, and on and on and on. You have to understand that. So RFK understands the system is broken, and he wants a new world of free money. He wants Bitcoin. He knows the dollar is dead. Trump still seemingly wants the dollar. He didn't pardon Ross Ulbricht. He didn't pardon Julian Assange. He didn't pardon Edward Snowden. RFK said he looks like he would. He would be considerate, and he looks like he might. He gets it. He gets the system is out to get people who want freedom. Trump, I think he gets it, but he still is entrenched in the old system a little too much, and that's where he missed out on the last day, pardoning those gentlemen, and he doesn't get Bitcoin. He was advocating for negative rates last time. A little bit of too much of the same thing. A little bit of too much of the same. And RFK gets that. It's complete system change. We're going to a new society. We're going to a new world. We got the BRICS meeting coming up in August, meeting a couple days before the Fed meets, which is hilarious. We're in a new world. We're in the monetary transition right now. We're in Bretton Woods right now. And most people just don't know it yet. And this is where those that are, Bitcoiners, people that can see the forest in the trees, understand that it's not red versus blue, it's a state versus you. And we can get outside of that false prison of two ideas, as I believe Scott Adams says, and Nolan Bowerley talks about all the time. We can get into this world where we truly understand. That's why Bitcoiners have such an advantage, because we're up above that, not because we're better than people, but Bitcoin brings you up above. And anyone can do that. You start buying Bitcoin, you start studying Bitcoin, anyone can move above the fray. Anybody. That's the beauty of Bitcoin. It's permissionless, it's open. It's money for your friends, money for your enemies. Anyone can use it. That's the beauty. So please share this out. This is the big thing going forward, is understanding this and really seeing the world for what it is, and not what you think it is or what you want it to be, but truly what it is, being a realist. And this is the reason that I have been shocked. News Nation just had an interview, an hour-long interview with Robert Kennedy. Unbelievable. Go watch it. He's phenomenal. He's questioning the context, right? Questioning the context. He's not saying he has the answers. He doesn't know the answers. No one knows all the answers. Only Obama had all the answers, right? When you are a narcissist, a know-it-all, believe me, I'm a recovering know-it-all. You think you have all the answers, but you have to humble yourself. Stay humble and stack stats, as Ed Odell says, in the Bitcoin world. And that's what Bitcoiners try to do. They try to stay humble constantly. Check our own cognitive dissonance. Understand that we might be wrong. I might be wrong about Bitcoin. I don't think I am. But could an asteroid hit the Earth? Yeah, absolutely. Could a solar flare knock out every single piece of electronics ever created and vaporize everything on Earth? Yeah, of course, it could. Then we'll have different problems on our hands. And I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to do the best I can to prepare for what's most likely to happen. So let's do that and build the new world together, because this system is crumbling. And people, the reason there's division and polarization, hate too, and so much scarcity and lack is because people think they have to live in this old system still. Psychological engines, that's all it is. If 5% of people to wake up tomorrow, 10% say, I'm done with the dollar, it's done, boom. The dollar vaporizes. Guys, it's literally that simple. The dollar is vaporized. It's gone. The network crumbles. But if 10%, and then 10% of those people all wake up and go into the Bitcoin system, boom. There we go. And people say, oh, Bitcoin could do the same thing. They could walk away. Right, they could, but no one will, because the incentives are too strong to stay in Bitcoin, and the properties of it are too hard that you won't leave. That's why fiat currencies have a 100% failure rate. Zero of them have existed long term. Zero. Not one has succeeded. They've all failed because fiat is controlled by the government, and it's printed into oblivion, stealing the wealth and time and energy of its citizens. That always goes to zero. No one's holding it long term. That's why everyone's selling and trying to buy assets, real estate, bonds, stocks, etc. They're trying to get out of the dollar because no one believes in it. No one's going down with that ship. No one's going down with that Titanic. But people will go down with the Bitcoin Titanic, or the Bitcoin life raft. That's why you see people all the time, the hodlers, holding on for dear life, doing whatever. Say, I will take it to zero. I will go down the ship. It won't go to zero because of those holders, ironically, but they know the properties and what it represents and the freedom it gives every single human in the world. That's why people say, I will go down with this ship. Nowhere else are you going to find that. That's why, again, Bitcoin will win, among many other reasons. The social layer, Bitcoin, everything. That's why Bitcoin will win. No one's going down with that legacy fiat Titanic, but I know a lot of people, I'm one of them, that will go down with the Bitcoin life raft. So that should make someone pause, remove their cognitive dissonance, and say, whoa, if someone's saying that to me, I have to step back and realize this. That's what RFK understands. That's what RFK gets. That's where I don't know if Donald Trump gets that yet. But you can't deny the popularity and the attraction to those two people. Speaking truth and questioning, more appropriately said, speaking questions into the context, questioning the context of what's going on and asking real questions. That's the biggest thing. And that's why I'm so excited about what's going to happen going forward. And that's where the prediction of Bitcoin being the biggest topic in the presidential candidate race this time next year, it's a real possibility. And I think Nolan might have that right. So I appreciate you being here. Please share this out. I appreciate you coming to my TED Talk. Please share it out because the algorithm hates truth. Literally cannot stand truth. So please share it out. Question everything with boldness, even the existence of God himself. This is not financial advice. It's freedom advice. Trust, but verify. Thank you. We'll see you on the next one.